Greetings. Today I'd like to talk to you about the value of responsibility, and in particular some of my journey with it, and also a shift that I experienced recently that has helped me shift my perspective of responsibility. And to get started, if I'm honest, responsibility has been a major theme throughout my life. It's something that I recognise from a very young age as being a prominent theme within the family home, and then of course other environments around me. And more so because it was not present in many ways, and obviously I got the opportunity to observe the effects of that. How does that affect the environment around, not just myself, but those that I live with and that I care for. And observing the self taking on responsibilities that would potentially be beneficial to others, irrespective of my own needs. And these sorts of stories are not unique. There's many of us who have a story or had a story of similar nature. And I can only speak for myself, it's helped me form a greater capacity for responsibility, however still finding moments in which it can be overwhelming, and usually that is because I'm not in a supportive environment to be able to carry and support the responsibility that's being required or requested. And usually I'm on the spectrum of taking on more responsibility than may be necessary, and for many reasons which it's not necessary for me to go into for this vlog. And so I was at a gathering recently, and sitting down with a group of people, and a dear sister had asked if I could facilitate an activity within a shared space that she had created during the gathering. And my initial reaction was like, oh, a responsibility. And so I mentioned that to her, and she looked at me like full-on presence and said, to the effect, not the exact words, but about how you can transform the value or the concept of responsibility to assist with the weight of carrying it, and looking at it through the lens of honour. And when those words, not to the exact way I've described them obviously, when that word honour was said at the end, it really it struck a chord with me. It was one of these aha moments which I experience very often, which is ever so lovely, but it's definitely one that has stood out to me of late, and something that I wanted to share on here, because I don't tend to get too personal on this vlogging channel, but what should I say, and it is good to practice more vulnerability for various reasons. Don't need to list them here. And so with that, viewing responsibility through the lens of honour, I can start to ask myself, what a great honour it is to be required to carry or to support such responsibilities. What an honour it is to serve people, places, things in such a way. And yes, curious as to whether you have had some of your own layers explored within this, and the the ways in which viewing responsibility through this lens has helped you. I'm curious if anyone wants to leave anything about this topic, you're welcome to in the comment section down below. You can also message me on various other social media platforms that are contained within the description box. And I could share more on the realms of responsibility and how and why I have always seen it as such a big theme. I may not, at an age of like 5 or 6, been able to put an actual term to the word. Obviously, as I grew up, I was then able to recognise that is the word that best suited what it was that I was experiencing a lot of themes around. And I'm aware that this theme has or is a matter that goes beyond just my earthly lives. It also it intertwines into other lives and other places beyond Earth too. So having that kind of recognition also has allowed me to focus more on it when it has been required for me to do so, and without brushing it off too lightly. So yes, taking responsibility of taking the responsibilities. And I'm still sitting with the terms and the way I'm describing this too, because things like carrying and taking, these kinds of terms don't resonate super well with me. However, that's I guess the best way that I'm able to communicate this value and how it works and my transformation with it. Yes, in this moment. So yes, I will see you again soon.